Hello, and thank you for joining us at xm.com for this special report video on gold. I'm Cristina Marujos. Joining me today is investment analyst Marios Hadjikyriacos. So we'll be looking at gold that appears to be riding the perfect wave higher. It's really extraordinary what we're seeing recently with gold. It reached recently 6-year highs. What are the main reasons for this gain?
So I'm not sure if I would call it the perfect wave or the perfect cocktail, but the matter of the fact is that we've seen falling interest rates globally, but mainly in the US, which generally tends to benefit assets that don't really provide any yield, like gold. At the same time, we've seen the dollar come off of its highs, and it could even continue lower, which is also positive for gold, given that gold is denominated in dollars. And at the same time, we've also seen broad-based risk aversion in the market. So we have some fears of a potential recession, but we also have some geopolitical concerns, mainly around Iran, but there are also some tensions in the South China Sea. So everything adds up towards investors trying to gain some defensive exposure through buying gold, and that's why we've seen the 6-year highs that you just mentioned.
Now, what is the outlook for gold, though? Should we be expecting it to keep rising?
Well, I would say so. So interest rates have fallen quite a bit, but they can still fall further. It's all going to depend on the Fed, of course, but markets are betting that that is going to happen. If that does happen, falling interest rates in the US also mean a weaker dollar. So we are at least going to have two of the aforementioned forces, pushing gold higher in the future. Now, as for risk aversion, we'll see, but the tensions with Iran don't seem to be aren't about to leave, aren't about to go anywhere anytime soon either.
Well, what about any risks one should be on the lookout for? Because despite of all the gains and all that seem to be beneficiary for the gold, should we be on the lookout for something?
Well, I'd say that the main risk, there's one giant risk basically to this whole outlook, and that's trade. So next week we'll see the Chinese presidents meet at the sidelines of the G20 summit, and they're expected to discuss trade. Now, if they come out and say something along the lines of, we've agreed to continue sincere negotiations and, fuel a market risk on sentiment, that could mean that central banks are less cautious to cut rates, which would mean less demand for gold. So next week's G20 summit could be crucial. If we see a trade deal, that could hurt gold in the short term at least, but I think that the broader outlook is still a positive one.
All right. Maria, thank you very much for your insights and joining me today. And thank you for watching us here at xm.com.